Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a love reading for you. Whenever this reading finds you is the exact moment that Spirit wants you to see it. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is linked in the description box below. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Seven of Cups. Oh, we have the Three of Swords. Angels and spirit guides. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Ace. We have not the Ace. The Nine of Cups. There we go. We have the Lovers. We have the Fool. We have the Eight of Cups, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Five of Swords. The King of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles. I like this. I do. I like this. You're really going places, Capricorn. Okay. I'm just taking it all in for a moment. Okay. At the heart of everything is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is you dreaming again. It's you letting in your dreams and your possibilities and opening up doors in the most exquisite of ways. And it's giving yourself permission to dream. It's giving yourself permission to transform. And it almost feels like for a time there, not almost, for a time there you were stuck. It was overwhelming. You were stuck. Dreams felt like they were taken away. You know, the ability to become something more felt like it was insurmountable. And here it can be becoming spoiled for choice. So just be mindful about that. But it is this real sense of I'm given permission to dream again. I'm given permission to open up the doors. I'm giving permission, you know, and it feels like your soul is giving yourself permission to say, like, here it comes again, right? Like, here comes the sun, pretty much. And the door is opening. The dreams are coming in. The transformation is happening. And you're looking at everything and saying, where do I start? What do I want? And that is going to be astoundingly important for you. It's like, what do I want? And here we're talking about love, right? So it would be very easy to go for love, but you might want to kind of build things up first for yourself, or you might be looking at relocating, or whatever it is, whatever comes to your heart first. When it says, what do you want? The first thing that comes forward is like, okay, that's what I need to focus on. And then you can go step forward and forward and forward and you know, kind of do it methodically, Capricorn, because first of all, that's an energy that you're very good at, you know, very good at this methodical looking forward at things, because you have that beautiful Saturn energy, which is, you know, about your karmic path forward, has that beautiful connection. But also it's that sense of being rooted, of being grounded, of being, you know, very kind of organized in things. Can that work against you? Yeah, of course it can. But can it also set you free and have you look at things to be very practical about the way that you're moving forward and give you a step ahead of everybody else? Yeah, it definitely can. It gives you a foot up. It keeps you a step ahead of everybody else. That's the saying. It moves us then to the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is the challenge. And this is a perfect challenge. The Three of Swords is my heart has been broken. And it's an acknowledgement of a broken heart. Now, it doesn't mean that you had to be in a terrible relationship. You might not have been. But somewhere along the line, your heart has been broken. Dreams didn't come true the way that you had dreamt they would. And there was a part of you that wanted to hide away. And maybe you did hide away, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with saying, I need to, like, you know, enter into a hermit moment for a time and heal and connect. But here, the challenge is going to be to release the hurt and the pain and to say, you're not defining me anymore. I do not want you to be how I see myself and the definition of myself anymore. I recognize the hurts and the pains that I've been through, and I set myself free from them. Because even though they defined me for a time, even though they have given me wisdom into compassion that others do not have, they are no longer what's driving, you know, my life, what's leading me forward. And then the energy to focus on is patience with yourself. Patience to build what it is that you want. Patience to look at the bigger picture of what you desire. And patience to let true sweetness, true abundance into your life. And you do, again, you have a foot up on people, having that beautiful earth sign energy in you for patience, you know, for the pentacles, for patience, for the harvest to come, for patience, for the prosperity to move you forward. And you're going to see that you're opening up this door in a really beautiful way. And you're embracing kindness, you're embracing compassion, you're embracing honor of soul and self. And as you do so, you move forward in a deeper understanding of where it is that you want to be, of what it is that you want, and that it does take time. And you're showing yourself grace, even though, you know, it might be hard. It might be hard to show yourself grace, especially if you have Gemini energy in you, where you kind of like want this all right away, right? That air sign energy, that kind of like sense of like, let's move as free as the wind. So being mindful about that. Even if you don't, there's a part of you that does want to move as free as the wind. And so being patient, being grounded, being stable with yourself is going to be super important. It is super important. It moves us then to the energy that is now moving away. And this one is a little bittersweet because the Nine of Cups is an energy that I could just say like bask in this energy forever. And even though it's moving away, and I would want to bask in this energy forever, but everything has its season and its time. This is about building up joy and prosperity. This is the sweetness of life, you know, tasting the sweetness of life. I always see this as like honey melting on your lips, that connection with the sweetness and the beauty of existence. The bee is also a beautiful symbol that connects us with royalty, yes, but like also with the sacred feminine, with the sense of hard work, paying off, diligence, determination, focus, insight. And this is the party. This is the party that says, I am celebrating me. I'm celebrating what I have achieved. You set out the cups for others to come if they want to, but if they do not want to, this is a party for you. This is a party for your soul to revel in what you have achieved. And even though this energy is moving away, you can always come back to it. You can always connect with it. You can always embrace its beauty and be like, wow, I did that. I did that. And it's really cool. It crowns you with the strength of this time. And this is the Lovers. Now, this is Gemini energy. Time frame is May 21st to June 20th. Now, it can be that a Gemini is crowning your life, and that could be important. But it can also be that you're embracing a duality of your existence. You have the Archangel Gabriel blessing you as you move forward, as you go after what it is that you want. But also the sense of there is something more to life. You have the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine depicted in the Lovers. You know, the sense of being blessed, the sense of duality, the sense of connection. Here you have, what is it? It's, what is the dreams of Mashkin? Okay. I think this is Isolde, right? And I forget who, if you know who Isolde fell in love with, you know, because she drank of the cup, this love spell that was supposed to be for somebody else, and she winds up falling in love with the wrong person, which is very Welsh story, you know, very Welsh story time. And all these cards are based off of Welsh mythology. What you're going to see here is that the heart calls for what the heart calls for. And you cannot control it. There's a wildness, there's a magic, there's a foreign element when it comes to love. And so here it's letting the duality of your heart move forward, and it's embracing love, not lust. It's embracing love. It's embracing that sense of connection and insight and getting to know each other. But she is wearing the color of the sun, and he is wearing the color of the moon. So it is her embracing the sacred masculine and him embracing the sacred feminine that has them coming together and seeing each other. You have the serpent here, which, you know, in Christian tradition, right, and in other traditions is seen as something bad, but it was also seen as a very good symbol. You know, it was an ancient pagan symbol that was taken and said, oh no, you should not, you know, believe in that, where it sheds its skin, right? The snake sheds its skin, transforms. It has a flexibility of mind and of spirit that others do not have. And you're going to see that when it comes to love and when it comes to duality of yourself. You're shedding a skin. You're embracing a flexibility of mind. You are opening up to a greatness of heart and a greatness of self. And that leads you to your near future of the Fool, of taking that leap of faith to what it is that you want. And it's opening up the doors to what it is that you deeply desire. And it can't even be like, I didn't know I wanted this until it started coming forward, until I started to let myself dream. And that's going to be really important for you here, Capricorn, to let yourself dream, to let it not be, you know, mandated in logic and in fact, but to let it be a dream of the heart and the soul, a whimsy of the spirit coming forward, taking that leap of faith towards something more. You're guided by spirit here. You have the white dog, white dogs, and you have the white horse. White dogs, white horses, white animals in Welsh tradition linked you with the spirit world. Now, it linked you even more with the spirit world if they had red ears. But here, there is that sense of the diaphanousness of life, that sense that the spirit world is right around the riverbend, right? The mist can lead you into another world, another existence, another sense of knowing is jumping you forward and leading you towards what you wish, towards what you desire. And as it does, you are ending one cycle. Okay, so there's a sense of walking away from what you once thought you would love. And it can be the idea of love. It can be the plan that you had. Or it can be, this is an end of a relationship that you're like, no, this isn't working for me anymore. But what this also is it is setting up a dream. And then it is moving you forward and saying that dream has been set. That has been done. The die has been cast, pretty much. Now it's time to move forward to what else my soul is longing for. It's a time to choose me and to choose a new path forward, a new way forward. It's a time for a new adventure. And as you embrace that new adventure, what happens is the advice around you is that, this is not the advice, this is the advice. Choose the new adventure. This is the environment that you're not who you once were. So you're going to come in and have a lot of the same, a lot of the same kind of like drawbacks that you had before. A lot of the things that said, oh, I can't have this, right? I don't know about this. I don't know about that. Like, what about this? What about that? Whatever type of thing. A lot of the insecurities that made you up when you were younger or when you were facing these battles, before you conquered them, before you knew you could move forward. And what you're going to see here is that now you're moving forward as a winner. Even if at times you don't feel like a winner, that is okay. You are moving forward as a winner, as somebody who has defeated fears, defeated people who treated you as you once were instead of as you are now. And as you're moving forward, there's a power, there's an authority, there's a determination, there's a focus to you. And I do know that people say, the Five of Swords is things not being fair. But it is also the realization that things aren't fair. And I can win and I can take the swords, which give me, insurmountable wealth, insurmountable prosperity, insurmountable success. A sword was everything, and a sword was only for nobles back in medieval times. So you are taking this energy, you are taking this power, and you're not apologizing for it. You're saying, yeah, I earned this. And it brings you then to the King of Pentacles, which is your hope and is your fear. And this is you. This is you in the minor arcana. You want to be the king, right? You want your kingdom. You want your kingdom, you want your success, you want your wisdom, you want your knowledge, you want your prosperity. But you can also fear it. Then what? Then I have to keep it, right? Then I have a whole stinking kingdom to run. And a kingdom can be a household. A kingdom can be the connection that you have with your love. And there's a sense here of, am I brave enough to take on that responsibility? Am I brave enough to fully step into my power, my worth, and my abundance? And the answer is yes, of course you are. But the fear of it can keep us from it. What if I'm hurt? What if I'm manipulated? What if things fall apart? What if they are beautiful? And what if you get everything you wish for, just in a bit of a different packaging than you expected? And it moves us then to the Two of Pentacles. Be careful during this time, because you're going to have a tendency to take on too much. You're going to have a tendency to say yes instead of looking at what you can handle and saying, no, I don't really think about this, or I don't really think I can do this, or, that's a little bit too much for me. You'll have a tendency to say yes, especially if you see it enhancing your prosperity and your success and your abundance. You have the foxtail behind you, meaning that there's a bit of trickery. So do be mindful of that as well. Emotions are running high. The waves are crashing all over the place. And there's a sense here with the ships going back and forth that there is something that can capsize. And there are people who, can kind of want to bring you down. So be very mindful of what you're taking on. But this is also a stance here. If you see the kind of foot kind of resting, I guess, on the knee, like forming that P shape, that is a sign of awakening, spiritual awakening to what I can handle, to what it is that I desire, to what it is that I want, so that you can move forward, carve, build, and form the life that you want, to embrace what it is that you truly are expecting from your life. But it's also balancing the duality of self and the duality that is love. What one person thinks is love, right? What you think is love and what your partner thinks is love. What you want from life and what your partner wants from life. How you want to move things forward and form things and shape things and exceed and excel. And so here, it's a release of the chaos of emotion. And it's centering to the focusing of awakening and the embodying of what you truly desire. And it moves us then to your spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. guide this reading, and show me clearly, angels. To hope. I love hope. I love hope. I know I always say it. And if you're here and you are part of this family, you can repeat it with me. Hope is the last thing that was left in Pandora's box. When she opened it up, released chaos onto the world, hope was all that was left, because hope is what we have. A hope for a better tomorrow, a hope for love, a hope for joy, a hope for connection. And so here, the hope serves us well. It plants us, it grows us, it moves us forward. It doesn't mean that everything's going to come easy. It doesn't mean that tomorrow you're going to wake up and, meet the knockout bombshell love of your life and like you're going to be hit like a ton of bricks. It can be a very slow thing. It can be it's going to be a very personal thing. But it starts with you believing in your dreams again and healing a broken heart and setting yourself free. And then love comes forward in a very unexpected way. It can be a little bit like that Gemini energy, a little bit chaotic, a little bit like, mile a minute type of thing, like just an intensity, a speed, a curiosity, a wonderment of it. It moves us then to the energy, the chakra energy, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is love, the heart chakra, embracing love, letting love in, and embracing your heart chakra, not as something that can be like controlled, right? The heart has a mind of its own, and the heart talks to the head all the time. That's just how our bodies work. So here it is filling your heart with love and joy, stability, success, abundance, prosperity. It's feeding it with all the good things. It's also nourishing it with the food from the earth and really moving forward in love and in beauty. And it brings us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Four of Wands. It's interesting because this is the minor arcana wedding card. So it can be like, hey, be mindful, Capricorn, of jumping into things, because you can tend to like jump with 2 feet into things really intensely, really quickly, because you'll be doing something like on a whim, and Capricorn, you don't usually do whims. So taking it slow, kind of stepping into it is going to be really important here. And really looking at what you want to build forward, how you want to build this forward is going to be an important, powerful thing. It's also learning to celebrate your life, learning to celebrate the little things, because even though this represents a big thing, right? Weddings and celebrations and buying a house and, what are all the big things? Like buying a car, having children, like all the really, really big things in life that people celebrate. And we forget to celebrate the little things, waking up in the morning, breakfast, which is like my favorite meal. And, all the little things we forget to celebrate. And so here it is celebrating that energy, celebrating the little things, and letting that become a very big, a very powerful life. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. And this is joyous. Be joyous. Be joyous. Let joy come into your life. Whenever I see this card, I always think of this little girl I kind of met in passing when I was up in a bookstore in Maine, and her parents named her Joyous. And they're like, Joyous, come here. And she was just the happiest little kid. They were the sweetest parents. And it was just a lovely experience. It was like a lovely energy. And so here, let things be joyous to your heart, your soul, yourself. It moves us then to the subconscious chakra energy and its flexibility. Flexibility of mind, flexibility of spirit, flexibility of self. And it's again, the feet, like a P, but just like here, you see, they're going the different way, right? It's a different foot that is grounding. His toes are up, but so can hers be. There is a sense here of wisdom through flexibility. Do not be rigid. With Saturn ruling you, Capricorn, you can have a tendency to be rigid. There's a rigidity that comes with Saturn. It's like it has to be just this way. But releasing that, it can lead us to overcompensate and say, well, there's no rules then whatsoever. And there needs to be a balance, a flexibility of mind and of spirit, of soul and of self. And it moves us then. And the sacral chakra is your sensual energy. And it's also your creative energy. And it moves us then to the Four of Pentacles, the repeat of the number 4, stability, grounding. Again, do not be too rigid. It's going to be really important for things. The Four of Pentacles, it's releasing vampiric energy, releasing what has been draining, what has been overwhelming you. And it brings us then releasing the past. It's like it doesn't have any place in my present except for giving knowledge and giving understanding, right? We are simply stories. So honor the story that is you, but do not let it hold you back anymore. And it moves you then to justice, which is Libra time frame. Time frame of Libra is September 23rd to October 22nd. It's balance, it's justice, it's clarity of mind and of spirit, soul and of self, insight. And it's moving forward, knowing more, finding harmony within you, and also the sense of being just and fair to yourself, where you can be just and fair to everybody else. Also be just and fair to yourself. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Bye.